In a land of frost, war, and dragons, safety is a rare luxury. Skyrim is a world defined by peril, from bandits lurking along snowy roads to ancient beasts reawakened by prophecy. And yet, high above the northern coast, perched upon a towering arch of stone, stands a city seemingly untouched by these dangers. Solitude, the capital of Harfingr Hold, and the seat of Skyrim's imperial power, is a paradox. It is a fortress and a sanctuary, a beacon of civilization amidst wilderness and rebellion. While other settlements crumble, burn, or bleed under the chaos of the Civil War, Solitude endures. But what makes Solitude safe? Is it geography, its military strength, or something more subtle? A kind of political insulation that shields it from the chaos below. In a province where safety is as fleeting as illusion, Solitude stands as the safest town in all of Skyrim. And yet, like all things in Skyrim, safety comes with a cost. Solitude's very geography declares its strength. The city rests on a natural stone arch that extends over the Sea of Ghosts, a defensive marvel no invader could hope to breach easily. Its walls are high, its gates are guarded, and its cliffs fall steeply into icy waters below. To reach Solitude, one must climb the winding road from Dragon Bridge, passing through the forests and valleys of Harfingr, before finally reaching the Great Stone Bridge that leads to the capital's gates. That journey alone dissuades all but the most determined attackers. Unlike Whiterun, open and central, or Riften, tangled in corruption and rot, Solitude is detached, physically and politically. Its elevated position gives it both a literal and symbolic sense of superiority. It looks down upon the rest of Skyrim, not just in geography, but in temperament. It is a city built not for survival, but for rule. While other cities in Skyrim have suffered rebellion, fire, and dragon attacks, Solitude remains untouched. Dragons may roam near its outskirts, but they rarely breach its defences. Bandits dare not to approach. Even the war between the Stormcloaks and the Empire struggles to reach it. That security stems from the Imperial Legion's presence within the castle. Solitude is not merely a city, it is a fortress. The Legion trains here, eats here, and plans its campaigns from its stone halls. Its soldiers patrol the streets, and the sight of their red and gold armour is as common as the sound of the ocean wind. Safety in Solitude is enforced by the Empire's authority. General Tullius's presence alone makes it a stronghold of order, and where law is backed by legions, chaos rarely dares to breathe. While Riften festers with thieves and Windhelm splits under racism and war, Solitude carries on, orderly, elegant, and eerily calm. Its streets are quiet not because its citizens are free, but because they are contained. Safety often walks hand in hand with wealth. The more prosperous a place is, the more resources it can devote to security, infrastructure, and control. Solitude is the economic heart of Skyrim's northern coast. Its docks, located below the arch, are busy with Imperial trade ships and Nordic fishing vessels alike. The East Empire Company maintains its headquarters here, ensuring a constant flow of gold and goods. Merchants, nobles, and courtiers live behind its stone walls, protected by guards whose armour gleams in the torchlight. Its markets are filled with fine wares and foreign luxuries, while beggars and thieves are nearly non-existent. But this safety is not shared equally. The city's wealth is concentrated among its elite, families like the Firebeards and the Blue Palace's courtiers, while the labourers of the docks live quieter, harder lives. Even so, compared to the disease-ridden slums of Riften or the frozen hovels of Dawnstar, even Solitude's poor dwell in relative comfort. For them, the walls are not just protection, they are hope. At the heart of Solitude's peace stands Jarl Elisif the Fair, widow of the High King and the figurehead of imperial authority in Skyrim. Though young and politically inexperienced, Elisif serves as a stabilizing presence, Her court is filled with loyal advisors and imperial allies, ensuring that no dissent growls too loudly within her walls. Her rule represents continuity, the promise that even amid civil war, Solitude remains untouched by the chaos consuming the rest of the province. Her demeanour, gentle and diplomatic, complements the city's atmosphere. Solitude is not a place of rebellion, but of refinements. Its people see themselves as civilized in a land of savagery. Yet Elisif's safety and that of her city depends heavily on imperial protection. Without General Tullius and his soldiers, Solitude's peace might not last. In that sense, its safety is not innate, but borrowed. Still, as long as the imperial banners hang from its towers, Solitude remains the safest place in Skyrim. To understand Solitude's safety, one must compare it to the turmoil elsewhere. Whiterun teeters between neutrality and destruction. Windhelm bleeds from civil unrest. Riften drowns in corruption. Falkreath is haunted by death. Morthal is shrouded in superstition. Even Markarth, fortified and proud, hides a festering conspiracy beneath its stone. Solitude, by contrast, is a city of calm predictability. Its people go about their daily routines. The bards singing in the winking skeever, merchants hugging in the square, guards chatting idly by the gates. It feels static, almost frozen in time. That stillness, however, can still feel unnerving. Skyrim is a land that breathes conflict, yet Solitude seems immune to it. It is as though time itself refuses to move there. Some might call that peace, others might call it stagnation. Geographically, Solitude is one of the most isolated major settlements in Skyrim. Its northern coastal position means it's far away from the heart of the Civil War, the trade routes of the Central Plains, and the chaos of the southern holds. While Whiterun and Windhelm find themselves on the front lines of battle, Solitude's distance keeps it safe. The Sea of Ghosts protect it on one side, mountains on the other. The only approach is by a single defensible road. This isolation makes it both a fortress and a prison. Its people rarely leave, and few outsiders arrive without purpose. To live in Solitude is to live apart, to exist in a world that watches the rest of Skyrim burn from a comfortable distance. No city in Skyrim benefits more from Imperial protection than Solitude. The Legion's headquarters in the castle serves as both deterrent and defense. Soldiers march through the streets, maintaining a visible presence, and keeps crime and rebellion at bay. Even the Thieves Guild, who influences nearly every city, has almost no foothold here. Assassins rarely dare to strike within its walls, and the Dark Brotherhood, if they ever target someone in Solitude, do so at great risk. This omnipresent authority creates an environment where order is absolute. The citizens may not all support the Empire, but they understand that Solitude's safety depends on it. It's a city where one can walk unarmed through the night without fear, not because crime doesn't exist, but because it is swiftly crushed. When you stand at the edge of Solitude's great arch and look down upon the Sea of Ghosts, the wind carries with it the sound of distant battle. Somewhere out there, dragons roar and civil war rages. But here, in this city of stone and song, the fire of chaos do not reach. Solitude remains calm, aloof, and eternal. It may not be the warmest city, nor the kindest, but it is the safest. And in Skyrim, that is somewhat of a miracle. Solitude's walls stand not just against enemies, but against time itself. It endures not because it is untouched by darkness, but because it has learned to contain it.